G'day, I'm Warwick Schiller and welcome to another edition of Making the Wrong Thing Hard and the Right Thing Easy. Today we're going to work on spooking. Apparently this little mare here will spook at some things. Hopefully we can go and find something for her to spook at. Fixing spooking is really quite easy. What most people will do when their horse spooks is exactly the wrong thing. Kind of like with the water. You know, in the first episode when most people take the water off this way, I took the water off the top. What most people do when their horse spooks at something, let's say this horse spooked at this camera, and it wants to go that way or that way. For the most part, the rider will grab a hold of him here and put a lot of pressure on him right here. Now the horse thinks, oh, I wish I could run off over there. I'm sure it would be better over there or over there, but no one lets him. I'm going to do the absolute opposite. If the horse wants to spook at something, I'm going to leave it alone here. I'm going to let it run over there. And when it turns to go over there, I'm going to start to add pressure. I'm going to make the wrong thing uncomfortable. Okay? So if this horse was to spook off that way, I would then, as soon as that horse starts to leave, I'm going to start kicking with both feet. When they start leaving, I'm going to start kicking. I'll pick up on that left rein and do a big kind of a loopy turn. And as she comes around from this angle and she changes from a left eye to a right eye to there, I'm going to let go right there. I'm going to sit perfectly still. I'm going to quit kicking, quit pulling. But I'm giving her an opportunity to go that way. And if she runs off over there, I'll start kicking, pull her around. Right there, I would let go. Sit still. And, they just kind of flow here and flow there and flow here and flow there. But after a while, when you make that turn, right here, they kind of go, hang on, I might stop here for a second because over there I get pulled and kicked on. Whereas right in here somewhere I don't. Once they'll sit there and relax, then I'll ask them to take a step. They either take a step towards the scary object, in which case I'll let them take one step and just sit there, or they take a step away from the scary object. And if they do that, right, then I start kicking and we go again. I do it with a lot of horses, and pretty soon, you get to where if they see something that bothers them, they kind of go, oh, and they go over here. You do a couple of loops and they're like, oh well, if you say it's okay, I say it's okay, and they kind of do this. That's kind of what they do. They end up walking up and sticking their nose on it. I'm going to find something for her to spook at. It would be great if she would spook at this camera. I haven't ridden her past it yet. The camera's on a tripod, so I'm going to try that first, and if we can't get that to work, there's a lot of stuff around here. But anyway, we'll see how we go. So here we have a few big rocks that I encounter when I'm riding from the arena back, for a bit of a trail ride. And I walked along and this mare looked at those rocks and did a complete U-turn. So we brought the camera over here. So right now I'm just wandering down here towards these rocks. And right about here she goes, oh, I don't like those rocks. So I let it go over there and I start kicking on her and steer her back this way. Right there I sit perfectly still. And she wants to go off the other way. As soon as she does, I start to kick and steer her back this way and let go. And then, whoop, off she goes again. As soon as she goes off again, I'm going to flap my legs on her, let go right there. She goes over there, I'll flap my legs, steer her around, and let go right there. Notice she's getting closer and closer. Right there she goes away, I flap my legs, steer her around, let go right there. She goes away, I'm going to kick on her, make it hard. Right there I'm going to make it easy. Now right there I didn't get her quite off in the other eye and she went off in the same direction. I would have liked to have gotten her like that. But anyway, right there she goes, okay. So it doesn't seem like such a bad rock at all. So now all I'm going to do is just take her back and we'll start the whole process all over again. I want to try to get to where if I walk past something and it bothers them, I want to kind of work on it like this until it doesn't bother them at all. I don't want to leave any of that worry there if I can. You don't want to do this with too big an object. That's just a rock. It's not moving, it's not big and scary looking, it's just kind of odd shaped. So, don't start this on something really big. So you might notice this time we get a little closer to it before she drifts off, and she doesn't go off near as fast. So I just kick on her a bit right there, steer her around and let go right there. Probably let go a little bit late right there, so she heads off over there. I'm just going to wait. Okay, so we only made one turn that time and she wanders between that rock and the one on the right. That's basically what she was spooking at, was those two rocks. So I'm just going to quickly turn around, walk back down there, and we'll try it all over again. As I was saying before, you want to make sure you don't pick something very big. Normally I'll go for a little ride, and the first thing they kind of look at sideways, you know, walk around very slightly, I'll do it there and get their confidence on that. Don't start this on something really big and scary, especially something that moves. So right now I'm just going to walk down here. So this is the same horse that, 3 minutes ago did a complete U-turn right there. And now she just walks along right between the rocks on a loose rein. That's how you can make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy. See you next time.